Hello everyone, I am Deepashri. In this video, the topic is about test single phase energy meter for its errors. Objectives. In this class, we will discuss about describe the functions of energy meter, explain the operation mechanism in energy meter, state the common errors that occur in single phase energy meter, explain the various adjustments for compensation of errors in energy meter. Energy meter. The energy meter is a continuously operating measuring device that displays and records the electric energy consumed over a period by multiplying the measured instantaneous voltage and current. Induction type of energy meters are universally used for measuring the energy in domestic and industrial AC circuits. Induction type of meters possess lower friction and higher torque or weight ratio. Also, they are inexpensive and accurate and retain their accuracy over a wide range of loads and temperature conditions. Main parts of operating mechanism in the energy meter. There are four main parts of operating mechanism: driving system, moving system, braking system, registering system. Driving system. The driving system of meter consists of two electromagnets. The core of these electromagnets are made up of silicon steel laminations. The coil of one of the electromagnets is excited by load current. This coil is called the current coil. The coil of second electromagnet is connected across the supply and therefore carries a current perpendicular to the supply voltage. This coil is called the pressure coil. Consequently, these electromagnets are known as series and shunt magnets respectively. The copper shading band is provided on the center limb. The position of these band is adjustable. The function of these band is to bring the flux produced by the shunt magnets exactly in quadrature with the applied voltage. Moving system. This consists of an aluminum disc mounted on a light alloy shaft. This disc is positioned in the air gap between the series and shunt magnet. Braking system. A permanent magnet positioned near the edge of the aluminum disc forms the braking system. The aluminum disc moves in the field of this magnet and thus provides a braking torque. The position of the permanent magnet is adjustable and therefore the braking torque can be adjusted by shifting the permanent magnet to different radial positions. Registering or counting mechanism. The function of registering or counting mechanism is to record continuously a number which is proportional to the revolutions made by the moving system. In all induction instruments, we have two fluxes produced by the currents flowing in the winding of the instrument. These fluxes are alternating in nature and so they produce EMF in the metallic disc or drum provided for the purpose. These EMFs in turn circulates the eddy current in the metallic disc or the drum. The braking torque is produced by the interaction of eddy current and the field of the permanent magnet. This torque is directly proportional to the product of flux of magnet, the magnitude of eddy current and the effective radius r from the axis of the disc. The moving system attains steady speed when the driving torque equals to the braking torque. Common errors in single phase energy meter. Phase error. This occurs when the energy meter does not give correct reading at all power factor, often due to the shunt magnet's field setup lagging behind the applied voltage. Incorrect phase angles. Variation in supply frequency, incorrect lag adjustments and changes in coil resistance with temperature leads to the incorrect phase angles between the induced EMF, current and flux. Induction errors. Single phase induction type energy meters may experience some errors due to the mechanical and electrical factors affecting their operation. These errors can impact the accuracy of energy measurement and may require adjustments or corrections to ensure proper functionality. There are various adjustments made in the energy meter to overcome the errors mentioned. They are light load adjustments. This compensation is to overcome frictional errors which is high during low loads. During light loads, the torque produced in the disc is insufficient to overcome the frictional torque which is high during starting rather than running. For this compensation, a shading loop is placed in the air gap between the shunt magnet and the disc so as to cover a region of center limb and a pole of shunt magnet as shown in the figure. The shading loop is energized proportional to the supply voltage, and the field due to this loop produces more starting torque which is enough to overcome the friction torque at the starting. Its effect is negligible during the running conditions. The starting torque can be adjusted to a required value by the lateral movement of the shading loop. Creeping adjustments. Due to the friction compensation, the meter may creep sometimes on no load. This is because of the starting torque provided by the shading loop is irrespective of the load current. To compensate this effect, two holes are drilled opposite to each other on the disc. When a hole comes under a pole of shunt magnet, the disc tends to remain stationary in that position. Instead of drilling holes, a small piece of iron can be placed on the disc. When the iron pieces comes near the brake magnet, it is attracted and makes the disc stop. Lag or power factor adjustment. This compensation is provided to overcome the errors due to incorrect phase angle between the supply voltage and shunt magnet flux phi p. To bring phi p exactly in quadrature with supply voltage, two types of lag adjusting devices are available. They are shading coil, shading band. These devices are placed on center limb of the shunt magnet so as to link with the phi p. This shading coil or lag coil circuit is closed through a low variable resistance by which the lag angle phi p can be varied. In the case of shading band, the band is moved along with the axis of the shunt magnet to bring phi p in exact quadrature with the voltage. Overload compensation. This compensation overcomes the effect of self-braking. The self-braking effect is due to the overcurrents through series magnet, which results in more amount of dynamically induced EMF in the disc. This increases the eddy currents in the disc, which produces self-braking torque. To prevent this self-braking action, a rated RPM of the disc is kept low and the series magnet flux phi s is made smaller than phi p. Hence, the effect of dynamically induced EMFs over the statically induced ones is negligible. Along with the above adjustments, a magnetic shunt is provided for the series magnet to divert the path of some amount of flux as shown in the diagram. Phi s is the total amount of series magnet flux, phi d is the diverting flux, and phi s dash is the flux involving in the operation of the meter. The saturation point of the magnetic shunt is kept lower. Voltage compensation. This compensation overcomes the errors due to over voltages in the supply. The effect due to over voltages are saturation of iron parts in meter and self-braking effect due to increase in phi p, which increases the dynamically induced EMF in the disc. To overcome this effect, a saturable magnetic shunt is provided on the shunt magnet and the reluctance of the side limbs is increased by providing the air gap in between, that is by providing the holes. Temperature compensation. An increase in temperature results in increase in resistance of the coil and the disc and a decrease in braking magnetic field. So, the overall effect results in increasing the speed of the disc. To compensate this error, A temperature shunt is provided on the brake magnet so that its field would not become weak with the increase in the temperature. Hence, the braking torque remains constant at all temperature, which controls the speed of the disc. Speed error. Sometimes there is a need of speed adjustment of the disc in order to get an accurate measurement. The speed of the disc depends upon the braking magnet. We know that movement of the rotating disc through the magnetic field crossing the air gap sets up the eddy currents in the disc. These eddy currents, when interacts with the magnetic field produced by the braking magnet, produces braking torque on the disc. Therefore, by changing the position of the braking magnet, the speed of the rotating disc can be controlled. If meter runs fast, the braking magnet will be moved away from the center of the disc, which increases the radius, which in turn decreases the speed of the disc. Thus, the disc obtains the steady speed. In this class, we discussed about describe the function of energy meter, explain the operation mechanism in energy meter, state the common errors which occurs in single phase energy meter, explain various adjustments for compensation of errors in energy meter. I hope you all understood this topic very well. Thank you for watching and we will meet in our next class.